This is London Greek Radio.
Εσύ έχεις κατεβάσει στο smartphone ή tablet σου την εφαρμογή του LGR. London Greek Radio 103,3. Μας φέρνει πιο κοντά.
Ο αγαπημένος σου ελληνικός σταθμός στα social media. Ακολούθησέ μας στο Instagram και στο TikTok, βρες μας στο Twitter και κάνε like στη σελίδα μας στο Facebook. London Greek Radio.
LGR 103,3 FM, ελληνικό ραδιόφωνο Λονδίνο. Είμαι η Βασούλα Christodoulou και συνεχίζουμε με την εκπομπή Mid Mornings on LGR. Μαζί με το Vasoula Lettings and Estates, το κτηματομεσητικό γραφείο που μπορείτε να επισκεφτείτε. Και όπως είχα προαναφέρει, έχουμε τώρα στη γραμμή τον καλλιτέχνη Zenon Jepras. Zenon, thank you for joining us today. To begin, could you tell us a little about your background and what first inspired you to pursue painting, especially these beautiful, colorful paintings of yours?
Thank you, and hello from sunny Herne Hill. Yes, I was always a compulsion. I mean, I didn't start off painting, I didn't start doing it professionally until quite late. Mm-hmm. I actually started doing physics at university, but I didn't last long. I knew that painting was what I really wanted to do. So eventually I went to art school in Glasgow. And like I say, it was always a compulsion. It was just something that I had to be doing, whether if I was not painting, I was drawing.
Mm-hmm. Well done for following your dream, Zenon. This is amazing.
Thank you. Well, yes, I mean, it can be a good idea. It can sometimes not be a very good idea, especially in something as precarious and uncertain as art. But honestly, if I hadn't made something of a success of it, I'm sure I'd be doing it anyway and something else for money. But it was always going to be part of my life. It was silly to ever deny it.
Yes, no, well done. It's brave, honestly. So now your work is known for blending mythology, history, and contemporary social and political themes. How do you choose these elements and incorporate them into your artwork, Zenon?
Ideas come to me thick and fast, to be honest. It's more a question of what to leave out rather than what to put in and what to do next. It comes from drawing, it comes from just experiencing the world as I see it. I see interesting images all over the place, as we do, and it's a question then of how can these various images that I collect, whether on paper or in photos, fit together. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they really don't, or they don't appear to, but I put them into a composition anyway. I sort of fit them around each other, and then eventually some kind of story or narrative will evolve, will reveal itself. And sometimes other people will come to me and say, well, that reminds me of this, and then I'll run with that. It's more of a process than working to an end result. I start with some basic ideas, some references, images, thoughts, and see where they go. That's
exactly, yes. Now, throughout your career, your works have been displayed in many prestigious collections, including the Cypriot State Collection of Contemporary Art and the Luciano Benetton Collection. How does it feel to have your work recognized by such important institutions?
Honestly, I don't really think of it that much. It's all about what goes on in the studio. The life of the painting for me is while I'm actually making it. And afterwards, I'm keen for it to get out of the door so I can go on to the next one. Where it ends up, I leave that to other people.
Yes.
I honestly don't think about it that much. But of course, I'm delighted that when a painting gets sold or it goes to one collection or another, it means I can carry on for a little bit longer.
Exactly. Now, but you seem very humble person, because I can see also that you were awarded the, I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly, Liquitex International Painting Prize in 1993. How did winning this award impact your career?
Well, that was very early on. It was actually while I was at art school. It was a student prize, and I think it was followed by an exhibition in the American Art Council in New York, which I didn't actually go to, but my painting did. But yes, that kind of it was not really that kick-started my career. It was more being invited to do a first solo exhibition in Nicosia in Cyprus. And Nikos Pattichis, I think it was, the collector and proprietor in Cyprus, took a shine to some of the works, many of the works in that one show. And that sort of creates a wave. Then I think other people get interested, and it just took off from there, really.
I like the way that you say as if it's not something really big, but for those that they haven't been or they haven't reached yet the stage you are, the level you've managed to achieve, it's really something big. Oh, you have also exhibited in various countries, including Cyprus, as you said, Greece, the UK and Germany. How do you think your work is perceived in different cultural contexts? And has this influenced your approach to art?
I think that's an interesting question. I think because I tend to make large figurative compositions which are largely about figures coming together on a stage, telling a story, a bit like actors in the theatre. They are quite theatrical and dramatic. I think everywhere people are interested in stories, whether they are literary narratives or visual stories, and sometimes, more often than not, stories that don't really make sense until you look at them and decide for yourself what they mean. I think everybody can respond to one story regardless of what culture they come from.
Yeah.
Ecological, historical and political threads, and also from my backstory, my personal life, family history. Everybody can relate to that, I think.
That's a good point. So how do you balance your own experiences and emotions with the broad societal issues that you address?
I think that's a fairly natural process. We experience the world around us. We can't ignore what's going on in the wider world. And we assimilate and process these things in our own way. And for me, it takes place on paper or on the canvas.
You definitely like colors, and I like that. I mean, they all look, if you don't pay attention to the paintings, I saw a few of them, I don't know, I look at them and I've kind of positive feeling because there are so many colors. They seem crowded and you need to pay attention, but the colors are absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you, Anna. Any painting is going to be primarily about paint, about the nature of it, about its plasticity, how far you can extend it, how you can stretch it, push it, and its color and mark. There's a language there, and color is part of that language. For me, color has always been about how I can use it in that language. It's very rarely to do with what is the correct color for that particular thing. I'm much more interested in using the power of color, its impact in a painting, its intensity, how it can affect the viewer emotionally, or me actually when I'm painting, how it can affect me emotionally. Color does that.
And they are also eye-catching, I think. You can't miss them. If you're in a room with, let's say, different other pictures, with from different artists, you can't miss, yours, definitely. I think it would be the first thing that someone can see, So, well done. No, they're great. Now, let's talk about your upcoming exhibition at the Cyprus High Commission in London, which is going to be on the 20th of May this year. Could you share a bit about what to expect from the exhibition and the themes you'll be exploring? What does it mean for you to have your exhibition at such a prestige place?
Well, yes, like you were saying earlier, I've had exhibitions, solo and group exhibitions in many different galleries all around the place, but I don't think anywhere quite like this.
Okay.
It's an enormous Georgian drawing room, I think, inside Cyprus House where the High Commission is, and it is an absolutely fantastic space. It's not really a gallery space.
Yes.
It's so big and grand that I'd be interested myself to see how these paintings fit into such a space. Because I work from a fairly small studio in my house. It's the ground floor of my house, and I don't normally have all of the paintings together at the same time for an exhibition. But with the blank and neutral walls, you get average gallery space. You can kind of visualize that. But in this one in Cyprus House, I'm looking forward to it because I really don't know what to expect.
So how many pieces are we going to see?
I think about 8.
About 8.
But they're quite large. They vary from between 1.5 and 2.5 meters.
Okay.
They're quite big.
So was it easy for you to choose? Yes, and the theme. Yes, sorry, carry on.
It's easy for me to choose because it's what I have. They tend, like I said, to move out of the door quite quickly soon after I've done them, and I don't see them again. So what I've got is what you're going to get.
Okay.
But the theme is relocation, metakomisis.
Okay.
And it's something that human beings have always done for one reason or another, whether by choice or not. Escaping, fleeing, crossing borders. It's something that many people are thinking about right now. And for me, it gives me an opportunity to look at the way people move from one place to another, migrate, and the things that they take with them, the objects. Most of my figures are based largely around figures, characters that I imagine, invent for myself, caricatures actually. But this time it's more also about the objects around us, the meaning and sentiment that we invest in them. What would we take with us? What do they mean? These objects, obviously, sometimes taken together, they form their own story as well, their own narrative. When you look at them together.
Sure. But metakomisis can be also a positive thing for some people. Let's say, like moving, I don't know, to find, to stay with your new beginning, with the love of your life, or a new country for bigger dreams. So, I don't know, this is how I would think personally.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course, people move to search for a better life.
Yes.
The excitement of the journey, and of what is on the other side.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So for those who may be new to your work, what would you like them to take away from your upcoming exhibition in London, Metakomisis, Zenon?
Well, they're almost always quite busy paintings. So what I like, especially at a private viewer when I'm there myself at the exhibition, is when people come up to me and tell me what they think the story is. What they tell me. Sometimes I'm not quite sure, to be honest, what my own painting is actually about. Like I said, they're disparate elements and themes all put together in an interesting way. So I like it when people tell me what the painting is about.
Yes. No, it's right what you said, because everyone sees things in a different with a different mind or emotions. It depends on the state of the psychological mood you can be at that moment. So, yes, they give... it's like listening to a piece of music, without lyrics.
Yes, you can put it like that.
Yes, and then for you it can mean something different, but for me something, or even looking exactly the same thing, from different angle, So no, it's good.
Yes, and also about the formal aspects of the painting. I mean, the way the paint is used, the marks, the textures, the colours and the contrast. All these things contribute to any person's enjoyment, assessment of a painting.
Mm-hmm. So the exhibition is on the 20th of May at the Cyprus High Commission at St. James Park, and it's at 7 o'clock, I think. Is that correct? Usually,
yes, that is the opening on the 20th.
The opening.
And I think it runs until the 11th of June, I think.
Okay, that's plenty of time for some people. Yes, excellent.
And a big thank you to Maris Theocharos as well, who's helped me arrange all this.
Yeah, he seems very excited about your exhibition. Actually, I think
he's a very kind and generous fellow.
Yes. No, he's doing excellent events, so we thank him as well. So what is next for you, Zenon?
Next for me is to carry on with this theme. I'm basically halfway through it. There will be another 7 or 8 paintings after this. I just literally carry on and then probably take them all to Nicosia for an exhibition at the CK Gallery in Nicosia.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Well done.
Probably in October. If anybody's interested.
We keep it in mind if we happen. Yes, usually I'm in Nicosia during that time.
Well, I'm very hopeful I will see you there then.
Yes, do keep me posted, please. Do let me know.
I will do.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Zenon. It was great chatting with you. All the best, and we are looking forward to see your exhibition at Cyprus House on the 20th of May.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Παρακαλώ, καλή συνέχεια. Bye bye, Zenon. Bye.
London Greek Radio, το επίσημο ελληνικό ραδιόφωνο του Λονδίνου, στους 103,3 FM. Εσύ έχεις κατεβάσει στο smartphone ή tablet σου την εφαρμογή του LGR. London Greek Radio 103,3. Μας φέρνει πιο κοντά.